What if, right now, this very second, Earth suddenly stopped spinning? No warning, no countdown. Just stop. It sounds simple, but this one change would rewrite life on our planet forever. Right now, Earth spins at about 670 kilometers per hour at the equator. We don't feel it because everything is moving together. But if the spinning stopped instantly, the ground would slam on the brakes, and we wouldn't. People, buildings, oceans, and air would keep moving at full speed. Anything not firmly attached would be thrown eastward at over 1,000 miles per hour. Cities would be ripped apart in seconds. Skyscrapers would collapse like sandcastles. Cars, trees, and people would be launched through the air. The wind alone would be faster than the strongest hurricane ever recorded. Oceans would not stay in place. Water would surge across continents like a global tsunami. Coastal cities would disappear almost instantly. Even the air wouldn't behave normally. The atmosphere would keep moving, creating endless, planet-wide storms. Breathing would become nearly impossible in many places. But let's imagine something else. What if Earth didn't stop instantly, but slowly came to a halt? In that case, we wouldn't be thrown across the planet. But life would still change in shocking ways. Day and night would no longer last 24 hours. One side of Earth would face the sun for months. The other side would stay in darkness for months. Imagine 6 months of daylight, then 6 months of night. Temperatures would go extreme. The sunlit side would heat up like a desert oven. The dark side would freeze colder than Antarctica. Plants would struggle to survive. Many animals would lose their natural sleep and hunting cycles. Entire ecosystems would collapse. The oceans would slowly move too. Because of Earth's rotation, water is slightly pulled toward the equator. If spinning stopped, that water would flow toward the poles. Sea levels near the equator would drop dramatically. New land would rise from the ocean floor. Meanwhile, the poles would flood under massive oceans. Gravity would also feel different. Right now, Earth's spin slightly counteracts gravity. Without spinning, you'd feel about 0.3% heavier. It doesn't sound like much, but for the entire planet, that small change matters. Structures, mountains, and even Earth's shape would slowly shift. Earth would no longer be slightly bulged at the equator. Over millions of years, it would become more perfectly round. Yes, spinning is what gives Earth its shape. Now let's talk about the magnetic field. Earth's rotation helps power the magnetic field that protects us. This invisible shield blocks deadly solar radiation. If Earth stopped spinning, that field could weaken. Solar storms could directly hit the surface. Satellites would fail. Power grids would collapse. Radiation levels would rise. Life on land would face serious danger. Humans might need to live underground to survive. Time itself would feel different. Our clocks would no longer match sunrise and sunset. Entire cultures would need new ways to measure time. Navigation would change too. The stars would move differently across the sky. Ancient methods of finding direction would stop working. Even space travel would become harder. Launching rockets relies on Earth's rotation for extra speed. Without it, launches would cost far more energy. So could Earth ever really stop spinning? In theory, yes, but it would take an unimaginable force. Something like a planet-sized collision. And if that happened, stopping the spin would be the least of our problems. Earth's rotation is not just a detail. It shapes our weather, our oceans, our days, and our lives. Without it, Earth would become a harsh and broken world. So the next time you watch a sunrise, remember, it's not the sun that's moving. It's Earth, spinning silently beneath your feet. Now here is the shocking question. If Earth slowed down just a little, would humanity adapt or disappear?